messed up.
How do you say yarrow?
Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world. A keep.
Hey, friends.
I was hoping you'd go to A Keep Tonight from Psych. From American Duos.
Where I thought you were going with that was Keep Holding On.
I have no idea what that.
Song?
Yeah, no idea what that even means.
And I have no idea what your means.
It's from Psych.
I still
Season
don't know.
2, Episode 1, American Duos.
Yeah,
It's what Sean and Gus would sing at the beginning. A Keep Tonight.
Well,
Anyway,
with those renditions, we welcome you to join us in our conversation of Nursery Decor.
it is
So exciting.
an exciting time because
Yes.
our baby is on the way. He is going to expel himself from Gabby's body in the next few months. Gabby's body. It's an early morning. I am sleepy. So sleepy.
Yes.
But
Yes, the baby is coming. We are 7 months pregnant now.
burn myself with coffee.
Oh, wow. Goodness.
It's a tough morning, people. It's real.
Adam's
Crap is going down.
I'm struggling a little bit.
I woke up knowing it was a fight today. Won't he do it?
And we are, we want to kind of delineate our process through Nursery Decor.
Absolutely. Let's start
All right.
at the beginning.
Yes, start at the beginning.
So, want to talk about the things we've moved out?
Yes, I
We're
would love
moving,
to.
and then that way we can talk about what we're filling in.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so a couple things that have just been we have a 2-bedroom condo, very petite but beautiful. The baby's nursery has essentially been our anything goes room for the last 3 years, for lack of better words.
Miscellaneous room.
Yep, we've used it as a workout room. We've had an extra bed in there if we've ever had guests. We've used that 2 times. So we've used it as a storage space, a workshop. Trying to think what else. A book area.
A gifting area.
Yeah, we really have never used it as an office though. It's too bleak and depressing.
No.
As a note in there, it has no overhead lighting, and there is one window. It is somewhat dungeon-esque, which will, in a few minutes, explain why we're making some of the aesthetic choices we're making in there.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
The window, obviously, so it's first floor, so the window is on the first floor and it kind of leads out into the parking lot.
Yes.
So it's not like a bay window that you keep open even though it exists. Yeah. Does it say open ever?
No. Yeah, it's one of those, we really don't want to have our window open directly to the parking lot, especially with a newborn infant there.
Yeah.
Not trying to be creepy, we live in a very safe neighborhood, but still kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, here are the things we've started taking out of there.
Okay.
A few months ago, we rocked getting rid of the bed. It was a great bed, but really just with the baby coming, baby's got a couple years before he's in the bed.
That's great.
Yeah, so not quite there yet.
Yep.
We also had a beautiful armoire that was, Gabby's dad gave it to us. Well, actually, they gave us both the bed and the armoire.
Yes.
But really the armoire, although amazing, it was just not what we quite needed in this moment. We needed actually a little bit more shelving to it, but also wanted to free up some floor space. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling today. So we actually gave that back to Gabby's dad, and although we do hope to use that again one day when we move to a house, because it is a gorgeous piece. It just quite wasn't fitting what we needed for the baby's room in the immediate moment.
Yes.
We also are in the process, we're almost done with getting rid of both bookcases. We were arranging books on shelves the other day. We'll talk about that in a moment. We purged a ton of books on there as well.
Yeah, so originally we had one almost floor-to-ceiling bookcase. It's a bigger one. And then one half that size, a smaller bookcase. But these bookcases were not just one row of books on each shelf. It's stacks and stacks, as many books as you can fit on these shelves. Basically.
We never really invested in the aesthetics of this. So this is it.
We piled them on. I mean, actually, I liked how it looked, but so we have spent now one evening trying to get rid of as many books as we can, and so we're also getting rid of a lot of books, but we haven't finished that process yet either.
We're very close. I brought a ton of my church books to actually church now.
That's great.
So that actually is really great. I filled up a bookcase there, and they're double stacked now.
Very happy about that.
Yep, but that's good. They're actually where they're useful. We threw a ton of books away or donated. Actually, we just threw them away. We're sorry, we're terrible people. That was me.
That was definitely Adam.
Yeah, but we got rid of a bunch of books, so that kind of helped. Not that many, but like a couple.
Yeah. Well, we only got rid of whatever. So we did get rid of books, and so I think that's all the things that we've removed from the room.
Yep, and now let's talk about what we've done. You want to talk about the artistry?
Yeah, so we had thought about brightening up the room with some paint.
Yeah.
And the walls were already like this white color. When we moved into the condo, we really didn't invest in this room at all.
Nope.
We did Adam and his dad redid all the floors in the whole place, but we didn't even repaint the walls. Like, the walls were fine. We didn't do anything. So we started looking at paints, and we chose this kind of off-white cream color. And we thought about doing an accent wall of like a blue wall or like a yellow wall or something. But we just felt like that was going to be almost too much because how the walls are. So Adam just painted the whole room with this nice cream color. And then we talked to our friends about it, and our friend Rachel, who is like really amazing at like interior design. She's designed many other spaces, like even like a nursery for a church, friends spaces, like a sunroom is something she's doing right now for someone. And then and like totally designing her own house. So she's really creative. And so she saw something on Instagram where someone had kind of painted like a outdoorsy scene. And she just said to us, would you be interested? Because she knew we were kind of thinking a vague theme of nature for the nursery, for the baby. That's all we had come up with really at that point.
Yeah.
Initially we had actually thought very specifically like doing the sky, but then we kind of broadened it to just like nature. So she said, yeah, are you interested in this? And we both said, well, we love it. It's awesome. But we don't know how to do that.
No, not at all.
And she was like, no, I would do it. We're like, no, we can't ask you to do that. That's way too much. And she really was amazing and like insisted she would be happy to do it. So we said, well, if you're down, like we would be so down to receive that. Like, but I can't even help you. Like, it felt so bad. So anyway, she's like, let's do it. She sketches it out. She chose the paint colors. And like she, just told us what she needed, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then I think it took her good job. I think it took her, sorry, we always do this whenever we're driving. I always say if I see a speed trap. So anyway, so we see her, she came to our place. I think it maybe took her 5 separate times to work on this because she did it all by herself. So she freehand drew it, like the drawing on the wall, plans it out obviously. She had to rework it a little bit because when we talked about where we were putting other pieces of furniture, so she kind of shifted it over the wall because we plan on putting the crib like right next to it. And then she just started at it and did all the painting, did all the drawing obviously, and it just looks beautiful. So she ended up painting like it's like 3 layers, different colors of trees, 3 different colors of like water, and then 3 different colors of mountain. And it all kind of is in this layered landscape of like a mountainous lake woodland area. And it's so beautiful.
It's amazing.
My gosh, we love it. We absolutely love it. My only sad part is whenever we move from this place, we won't be able to take it with us. There's no way to take this beautiful wall.
This is not going anywhere.
Actually, someone I showed it to, they said, oh great, did you have her paint that on like wallpaper so you can take it with you when you go? And I said, okay, don't play me like that. I don't think that's a real thing.
No,
I don't think we could have done that. I can't imagine that being a real thing. So anyway, it's so beautiful. So that's our decoration.
Yeah, no, which is really nice because it doesn't take up space.
Yep.
It's on the wall, and it is beautiful. And I love Rachel's neutral theme because it's very fun colors.
It is.
But it does go with a lot of things there. So that was huge on there. I thought Rachel just, oh my gosh.
It brightens up the space like no other. It makes it so fun.
Yep.
It's both like childlike but like soothing.
Yeah, it's not. it's not an overwhelming like spat of like, for lack of better words, like barf of color.
Yeah.
It's very like, it's very fun, but it's also like, it makes sense. It's good.
It's actually really funny because now that is painted on, because it's like a big wall that it's painted on. Now the color that Adam had painted the whole walls in, before it just looked like white to me.
Yeah.
Once it was painted, but now it looks more like the sample that we had chosen.
Yep.
It's more like this creamy gray white that is really pretty and like offsets the painting now. So you really like that.
Yeah, which was fortunate. No way to predict that at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else?
Yeah, but that also goes into like, even Rachel's colors are not bright, but they're not dark either.
Oh no.
So that's helped us a lot because, yet again, it is a dark room. So we want to do that. But then the other big thing that we've done right now is get built-ins. So we had this idea of replacing both bookcases with just giant built-ins along the wall with the window. So, and then kind of from the window, it was very exciting. So I asked my dad, who is ultra handy and a crafts person. So he built it for us. And it turned out great because it's all white, which, that's always a little nerve-wracking with kids. But yet again, for the room, you cannot go dark. Darkness will envelop this into a dungeon, and that seems depressing for the kid. But I helped him with it, and then he did a lot on his own. But we framed it out, put him against the wall, and then we've got like a shiplap back to it, so it's nice, like a little textured. And then on top of it, which I'm particularly excited about, I asked, could we put lights on top? And just in a way of like almost like not a ceiling light, but like a light that goes into your ceiling, like just a regular bulb almost. And he got 3 little LED ones that really like brighten the room so massively. So now it's, okay, we need a floor lamp, and we currently hate our floor lamp. I bought it years ago. We still have not picked out a lamp there, just as a reminder of our own failures. But now that actually brightens up most of the room, and one of those lights is completely unblocked. It's going to be directly over our dresser changing table.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I had no idea. Adam had talked about this. I'm not good at visualizing it. I just was like, this sounds awesome. You and your dad, like, go at it. Steve is just unbelievable. He's a total craftsman, like, just so good at it. And I got to talk to Steve about a little bit because I didn't know how he learned. Did you know how he learned?
How?
So I asked him, I was like, did you always like know this growing up? He didn't.
Yeah.
When he was like 16 or 17, like I think like towards the end of high school, like maybe towards the beginning of college, he was working for like a congressman.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was like just doing like odd jobs for this guy in his area, congressman, and like lawn, like, you know, different stuff like that. And after working for him for a bit, the guy was like he needed like some like legit jobs done around his house, like redoing a bathroom. And he just said to Steve, like, do you want to do it?
Okay.
And Steve was like, well, I've never done any of that before. Can you picture like your dad as like a 17-year-old, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, well, I've never done it. And the guy, just obviously having had Steve work with him for like a year, knew that your dad was such a capable hard worker, because you meet him and you know. And he just said to young Steve, said, well, I'm fine with it. If you want to learn and like figure it out, go for it. On this guy's bathroom. Like, amazing. The confidence that he had in your dad.
He's good.
That your dad had never done this before. And then your dad learned. That's how he learned. He just did these jobs for this guy. He said yes to it. He was interested in learning. He basically taught himself. And now from then on, I mean, now he's 65, well, actually 66 as of yesterday.
He's 66. Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he's 66.
I feel like he was already 65.
He wasn't 65.
Was he not?
No.
Who's 65? One of your parents? Or were they about to turn 65?
No, I think they're younger than 65.
No, they seem younger.
No, they're not 65.
Okay, how old are they?
This is terrible. They don't listen to the podcast.
How old are they?
I don't remember, but they're not 65.
All right, guys, we're going to do another podcast on how old Adam's parents are. Clearly. They're very good looking. That's why I thought it was shocking that they were 65. But we're gonna find out. Either way, they're very good looking and they look infinitely younger than they are. So anyway, the point is, from 17 to now in his 60s, Steve can build like these amazing things. And even with all that experience, he's still doing things that are new. Like, he's built
this was new.
He had never made these before. And they're beautiful. Like, they are beautiful craftsmanship. I mean, you could sell them for a couple thousand. Like, they're beautiful. So we're so excited, and it's so special because, you know, Adam and his dad made them together.
Mostly
now they're in our place. Yeah, obviously, like, Adam was helping his dad, but they're so awesome, and we really love them, and they brighten the space, and they give us a ton of storage, so we're really excited.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, this isn't going in the baby's room, but it has been part of the projects. We have a barn door that's going to replace our closet door as well.
That's right.
So that's exciting.
That's right.
Yeah. Just we're trying to get it so we can put the baby near the bed without hitting it with a closet door if we want to use it.
Yeah.
Trying to free up some space.
Yes. Yeah. So that we've put I think we talked about it before. We've tried a lot of different ways to creatively get space. So one way, and it really, I think, will only gain us like 3 feet even.
Yeah.
But that's important real estate, 3 feet in our bedroom. We are going to remove the door that swings out for our closet, and we're going to put in this barn door. So we found this really beautiful barn door, and we did buy it not stained. So Adam has had to go through a multi-day process where he is staining it, and now he is putting the polyurethane.
Water-based polyurethane
on it, which of course his dad told us what types of materials to buy for this. And so now he's doing the poly, and that is a very much multi-day process.
Yeah, because it takes time. So in hindsight, it is cheaper to do it this way, an unstained door, which Home Depot, great door by the way.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's cheaper to do it this way, which was something we wanted because the prices on some of these were higher.
Yeah.
I will throw out, if you want to get a project done more quickly, though, and if we were to do this again, I would buy a stained door. Not in a way that's bad, but yet again, if we're trying to get a lot of things done in this time frame, that has been a bit of a slowdown in some of this.
Yeah. It was so funny. So, okay, so we finish parts. So the room, you know, has been going in stages, and this barn door, it's our doing. We chose to do the barn door.
It's my.
We think it's going to be worth it, but you know,
it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, we had to get this barn door earlier, you know, whatever. So we have it. It's been sitting in our baby's room for a while now. We just have to keep moving it when we do whatever project. So now with the staining process, and I'm very thankful that we have this other room for it to lay out, and Adam's dad left us this amazing like worksman table so it can lay out safely and like he can work on it. But it means that this whole time it's been an obstacle. Like, we have to move it when we're kind of shifting around the room, but it's been laid up against the wall. Now it's actually laid in the dead center of the room, like in the air.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical because Adam just looked at me and he was like, it was inconvenient before, and now I'm broken. Because now you can't even maneuver the room at all in the meantime while it's being stained and polyed and all this stuff.
Well, the issue that I have with this,
so funny.
I'm grateful, I'm excited to use it. Like, I've got one coat of polyurethane, and then I do have to do with the smaller board still. But it's all this stuff from that room is now piled in our room.
Yeah.
We can't see the mural, and I just feel like I feel like I'm done, and like in a real way, I'm trying to hold it together. But Gabby should know, I am so dead on the inside because I feel so disorganized, and I'm so flustered every time I walk into our rooms. Because it's all I do is I want to get rid of all this junk around me. It's all in bags because we don't have a dresser yet. Like, it's just, and I'm really like, and it's
not junk, by the way.
It's not
junk.
No, but it feels like
it's just not in a place yet.
And it feels like it's never getting there because this door is holding me back. And worse yet, it's like, okay, it's in our space. So it's two spaces that are terrible. At least if it was just in the other room, then at least, okay, we have something. And so I've been under, and then we have all the, like, we've gotten some baby delivery boxes, and because we haven't been able to set up that room yet, they're just stacked in a corner from floor to,
They are.
I'm dying on the inside.
Well, there's one from Florida. There's one from there's many from all over the place, all of our friends and family.
floor to ceiling, not Florida.
Oh, floor to ceiling. I was like, okay, that's very specific.
No, it's just, you know, I feel clutter so quickly, and it's tough. I'm struggling.
And I am not struggling as much.
Oh, I want you to know I am literally dying.
I know, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just saying I'm not. So this is a very interesting thing. Like, for me, like, I can just walk around the things. I really honestly don't notice them.
Oh, it is so palpable to me when I walk into our bedroom that I'm so depressed.
I know. So this is kind of the way it has to be though for a little bit longer. And
baby
we
better
are
be real
working
cute.
we are working on not only the decor, but all of these are also going to hopefully help us put in systems that will make the place very functional. My brother asked me a really interesting question, and
What
I
was
think
that?
this kind of hits the nursery decor question. He said, do you think that you and Adam are like spending more time and energy and resources on the nursery because your space is small? Or do you think this would have been the case no matter where you lived?
I think it's both, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would have spent time on this regardless a lot in the first baby.
Me too.
There's some things in here like you can't. Okay, we have to get a room ready for a baby.
Yeah.
And we have nothing for a baby, so it's like, okay, we're completely redoing it and getting like all that set up because you got to prep for this thing.
Yeah.
But I do think it is. I don't know if it's because. I guess it's because our space is small. That'd be the right way to put it.
Yeah.
But we only have 2 rooms. We have 2 bedrooms, so it's okay. That entire room has to be redone to get it going because it's not set up for anything.
Yeah.
And like it's every time we bring something in, we don't really have extra storage for anything. So so that's one of the challenges of like building a lot of those systems and ideas and trying to be creative with storage. It's that we just don't have like. That's kind of even like where we've talked with like, if somebody gives us something random, although it's so nice, it's like we got to figure out how do we get this into this place of like, there's no space. So.
Well, it's true. Like even when I went over to my friend's house, Rachel was amazing. She was early in this process. She's like, here are the things you actually use. Here are the things like I thought I would use, but maybe didn't. So she's bringing me through because, we've never had a baby before. This is all very foreign to us. And, she's a new mom, so she can speak to this. So, but even like her room, like they have this huge closet like for the baby, and I was laughing. I sent pictures to Adam because I'm like, this is great. But she has, beautifully stored, but like certain things that are going to be used by her baby in maybe a year, or like even 2 years. But it's fine. Like there's space there, there's a spot for it, and she can leave it there. So we're very blessed that we have parents that we could, theoretically leave things, if we really need to store things. Obviously the armoire, we've done that. But there's a limit to how much you want to use someone else's space. So that's true. Like we do have to be. It's all about being very strategic. But I am really thankful for it. I have to say that. Yeah. I'm actually very thankful that we're starting in a smaller space. Again, I feel like we have plenty of space, but it is smaller.
Oh, it is so small.
I feel like it's really a good thing because otherwise, I think we would just exponentially, just naturally accumulate even more because that would be my tendency naturally, and I think both of us like to get different things. So this is really pushing us to try to make choices, and we're still, honestly, even this way, we're still going to get too much stuff because we're new parents, and I'm sure there's going to be things we think that we needed and we just might not use, unfortunately, and whatever, but at least we're being pushed to try to make those choices.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So that's all we've got for nursery decor right now.
Thanks for joining us on How Do You Say Yarrows. We can't wait to see you again.
Hey.
Bye.